Hello, Live with Vitality community. We are so glad you're here with us on Memorial Day. First and foremost, thank you. Our most sincere thank you goes out to all of you who have served, who are currently serving, or who have loved someone who has served, and for giving us the opportunity to be the country that we are here in the United States. Um, and because there's not an easy way to make this transition, our topic today is about poop. Um, because what we know is that if there's something wrong with that part of our lives, then nothing else is right. It makes us so uncomfortable. And when that part of our bodies is right, everything else is sort of a breeze. So let's talk about that today. One thing I want to share with you is that many people don't realize that over 40% of Americans, specifically, and over 40% of people worldwide have digestive issues. That is 4 out of 10 of us. In the world, over 30, the one study that I saw, over 33 countries were studied, and they learned that over 40% of people experience digestive issues. For me, as a speech language pathologist, I work with children, and it's staggering to see how many children are born with digestive issues. And we know that more often than not, it comes from DNA, from experiences with in the womb. And so it can be really impacted by the mother's diet. So it starts early, and these issues continue on through the end of life for some people. And so we want to talk about that today because there are a lot of ways that we can impact the way that we eat and the way that we move in a way that makes this part of our life something that is fabulous instead of something that is horrible. And you'll see that because we work in the industry that we do and we do what we do, we get excited about talking about this topic because we really do understand the importance of it. Whether it's, and one thing that I'll share is that many people focus on protein, protein, protein. We are not a protein deficient country in the United States. Most countries in the world are not protein deficient. But we are, and especially as you see the American diet spread throughout the world, those countries where the American diet has taken a hold, you really see those things start to change. And when those things change, we know that it's not a protein issue, it is a fiber issue. We are severely fiber deficient in our diets, and we have some ways that that can get better for all of you. So with that, I will pass the mic to Hannah.
Thank you, Wendy, and thank you for talking about this because this is such an important topic. I talk to many moms, and they have really issues with their kids with constipation, and we are not afraid to talk about these things because we know that there are some simple changes which all moms can do and which all of us can do. So basically, it's eating fruits and veggies. That's very important. 7 to 13 portions of fruits and vegetables, and try to buy them organic if you can. If you cannot afford it, there is a Dirty Dozen list and Clean 15, which you can go online and find those lists because Environmental Working Group is sharing them every year. So check that. So really 7 to 13 portions, and that's why we talk about Juice Plus so often, because this is such a simple thing which all of moms can do and adults can do, just adding these wonderful produce powders into our lives. And of course, movement is so very important, and water. We often forget to drink water, and it should be the first thing in the morning when you wake up. Drink a glass of water. So these are really, really simple tips which everybody can do, and reach out to us if you want to find out more, and also share this video because really this topic is so dear to my heart and to many of us, and again, so important. And Yvonne will share a little bit more.
Thank you, Wendy and Hannah. That was excellent. I definitely took some extra notes from that. So you're speaking of mothers and children, and it reminded me my whole life as a child, I struggled with the regularity of the movement of poop. And we kind of joke about these things a little bit, but it was very serious. And it actually followed me into adulthood. And it's so nice to have such a simple way to add this fiber, fruits and vegetables, in bridging that gap. Of course, I still eat as much organic that I can get my hands on straight from the garden is preferred, and wherever I can find organic and such. But I can travel anywhere. And that's another thing. When you travel, you're sitting still for a long time, for hours at times. And that used to worry me and trouble me. I could not enjoy the first couple of days when I arrived somewhere because everything was slowed down and practically stopped. And I'm very uncomfortable. And now it's been 6 years. I've been able to get the support, and I don't worry anymore. It's very simple, and it's also convenient, very easy to travel with this. So yeah, those days are over, and I'm not perfect, but I'm getting better and better each year. So thank you so much.
Thank you, ladies. And yeah, like these ladies have said, there's so many simple things that we can do. And I can tell you in my journey as well, there was definitely a time where, I wasn't regular, and nobody was talking to me about it. I didn't have any guidance around that. And so this is why we talk about these things, sort of these taboo, if you will, conversations. But I mean, it's so important to make sure that our bowel movements are regular. I remember hearing the creator of our produce powders say from a main stage conversation one time that the United States is just a constipated country. And that is the truth. And now I'm sure because a lot of other countries have adopted some of our Western eating, they are too. So it's really important. I mean, it makes me giggle, not gonna lie. Like when you talk about, when you say the word poop, it's kind of like, hee hee, but because it's funny. But it's not funny when you are in a situation where your stomach is not right and you've traveled, like Yvonne said, and things just are not moving properly. So it is a really important piece of our health that we keep our bowel movements regular. So and then you can be a regular guy or a regular gal, like we often say here. So yeah, enough said about that. I think everybody gets the point. So what we want you to know is that we appreciate you coming here to listen to our message every week. We would also like for you to share this message. If there's somebody that you are thinking of, that you've heard talking about digestive issues, some of the other things that can come along with digestive issues, maybe it's a health problem for them, a health challenge, please share this with them so that they can reach out if they want in private and ask more questions. We have a very, very skilled collective, a lot of knowledge here, and very willingly ready to share this information. So again, just have a beautiful day. Please, we appreciate you tuning in. And as I mentioned, share this with somebody that you care about. So happy Memorial Day, everyone. We'll see you next week.